Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela. I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and today I am going to show you how to do the crocheted rib stitch. Now this one is really lovely and really easy, and it's a beautiful wibbly wobbly texture. Now this is ideal for using for collar and cuffs on clothing, edges on blankets, all the sort of things where you want a bit of extra texture. Now it is also extremely stretchy, as you can see, and once the fabric is made lovely and stretchy, so it's also brilliant for the brims on hats. Right, now this is lovely. It is a multiple of 2, so that's all you need to do is make a chain up in 2 for whatever size projects you want to do. Now today the stitches you are going to need to know are double crochet, a front post and back post, and that's it. So check the I button there if you've never come across them before, and I will hopefully have a video there that's a little bit slower than today's one, just in case you need the added help. Now also remember that in that description box down below is also the chapters setup, so it will show you rows 1, rows 2 in the ending, so that if you want to repeat any of the sections that you may have missed, or you just want to check them again just to make sure you got it right in your head, you can use that box down below and just click on the number and it will automatically take you through to the appropriate part of the video. Right, now that's the main intro out the way, let's get on with making this one. Okay, and so this stitch is multiples of 2, so we just need to ensure that we've got 2 chains for each repeat that we need to do. Now I am making my square the same size as my standard corner to corner, which means I'm going to need to do a chain of 30. I'm going to do that off camera now because I can't talk and count at the same time, so I'll meet you back here in a few moments once you have your chain done. So now we are back for row number 1. So for row 1, what we're going to do is place a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So count back, do not count this first one, it don't count as nothing. So we go back 4 and then place your double crochet in. Now this is our setup row, so we are going to double crochet in every chain that you have made. I will meet you when you get to the end. Okay, so here we are coming up to the last double crochet. Right, so once you have finished your rows, including the turning chain here, that does actually count as a stitch, you will have an even number of stitches. If you're following along with me, you will have 27 plus that turning chain, so that's 28 in total. Now let's move on to row number 2. This is where the fun starts. We will be right, so let's chain up 2 and turn your work. Now we are going to skip this very first stitch here, which of course is this chain. Now what we're going to do is, if you see this second double crochet here, we are now going to be working around this one and doing front post and back post stitches alternating all the way along our work. Okay, so to do those, I'm going to talk you through it slowly because I don't think I've got a video on them yet. We are going to hook over. We are going to place our hook between the two stitches and then bring it back up on the other side there. Hook over, pull your yarn through, hook over, pull through two, hook over, pull through two. Okay, and that is how that stitch is done. So that is the front post because it pops it to the front. Now we're going to do the back post. So to do that one, you go from the back of your work up and over that double crochet, pull up a loop and finish off your double crochet. So there's your back. Now our next one is a front, so we're going from the front, picking up that stitch and finishing off the double crochet. So we're going to do that all the way along. So one is your front post double crochet, the next is the back, then it goes front back until we get to the end. Right, I'm going to carry on going. If you need any more extra help with this stitch, of course just rewind this little section. In the description box down below will be a little chapter for you that says row 2. Just click on that, it'll take you straight back to the beginning of this section. I will see you when you get close to the end of this row. And welcome back. Right, so you're at the end of your row. So now what we are going to do is place a double crochet, just a normal standard double crochet into the top of your turning chain. Okay, chain 2, turn your work, and it's time to start on to row number 3. Now this is your repeat for absolutely all of the rows all the way along. Okay, so all you're going to do is, if you've got a front post, you pop in a front post. If you've got a back post, you pop in a back post. And it is that simple to just keep it going. Oh, this yarn is a nightmare. Keep it going all the way along and backwards and forwards, and I'll be back with you in a few moments to tell you how many rows you're going to need to do. So let me re-go over the stitch pattern for you. You will be doing a front post double crochet around all the front posts, a back post double crochet around all the back posts. Then it is a double crochet into your chain from the row below when you get to the end, then a chain 2, turn your work and start the whole thing again. Right, so you are going to need in total 15 repeats of row number 2 to get your square basically. Now make sure that when you're doing it, that when you're doing your row across, that you double check that you have got this very last back post before you work into your chain. Otherwise you will find that your work will veer in, okay, and it won't look so lovely and ribby. Oh. Right, now to finish off, we are just going to chain 2, pull up a decent amount of yarn for sewing in, cut it off, and then scooch down your knot, and that is it. That is the end of today's square. I hope you have enjoyed working alongside with me. Sorry it was a little short sharp video, but with this one it's a really lovely easy stitch that I knew I could just let you run along with on your own. Now please remember, I would love to see your finished squares, so if you check the description box down below, there is information there on how you can send it to me via email, pop it up on the Facebook page, or link me over on Instagram. That way I can show off your work in a future Whips, Bits and Chat. Right, I'm going to head off now. I will see you really soon. If you can, please stay in and definitely stay safe.